Hey there, puzzlers! My name is FLEB, and today I'm going to be covering a puzzle from Dash 4 called the Great Wall of China. It's an excellent introduction to the puzzle hunt style, so if you've never actually tried one of these puzzles before, I highly recommend it. The answer is going to be an English word or phrase, and there are 3 pages to the puzzle, as seen here. You can find a link to the puzzle in the description below. Each of the pages has a strip down the middle which looks like a wall, and pictures on either side. The flavor text, which often gives a hint for the puzzle, says, "As you walk along the Great Wall, you enjoy the views to the left and your right. You think about what the land would have looked like without the wall dividing it." I think this puzzle is a very nice introduction to the style, and I'm very excited to share it with you. So without further ado, let's get started. Here, I've zoomed in on one of the pages, so you can get a better idea of what it looks like. When facing a puzzle like this, it looks like we probably have to fill something in the middle here. But the first step would be to identify the pictures on the left and the right. So let's just start doing that. This could be cat or kitten. This is almost certainly ring. This is bra. This could be plate or dish. This is probably can, but could also be referencing Warhol, so I'm going to put it down just in case. This is pie. Well, actually pie is because there's multiple of them in the picture. This could be Viking or opera. This is probably ions. This is ball or basketball. And this could be a buck or a deer. And we could do the same things for the other 2 pages as well, identifying the pictures and looking for common patterns. There's 2 more pages of these after all. But I think for the time being we should focus on the words that we already have on this first page. Let's say we wanted to fill something in the middle. After all, the flavor text asks us to think about what the land would have looked like without the wall dividing it. Well, what could we fill in there? When it comes to puzzle hunt puzzles, there are usually 2 steps to it. One is extraction and the other is ordering. The extraction step is a way to get letters out of a puzzle, and the ordering step is a way to put those letters in order to spell a phrase or a word, something like that. So in this case, is there anything we can do to put letters in the middle here? That would serve as our extraction step. Well, what if we just tried to reach right across? Kitten ring doesn't make any sense. Cat ring doesn't make any sense. But we could put an E in here and make catering. That's a word. Well, can we do the same sort of thing with the other ones? If we have bra and plate, there's not really anything that can go in the middle there. What about bra and dish? Well, that could be brandish. What about can and pies? That could be canopies. And we're starting to see that this actually doesn't look too bad. Let's keep going. Opera and ions, operations. Ball and deer, balladeer. Continuing on to the next page, there's some of these that are easier to get than others. Disc and edit becomes discredit. That's definitely nest. That's uncle, or perhaps Sam. Uncleanest is a word, using uncle over here. That's man, and that's rake. So mandrake is a word. And that's mist, because the black bar is over the mist part of Sierra Mist. And that's king. So mistaking fits in there nicely. You don't need to get all of them, we just need to get enough to get the answer. Moving on to the 3rd page. This is rage. This could be disco or ball. Discourage fits in there nicely. That's a brig. Classic picture of a brig. That's a test. Brightest fits in there nicely. This is a ski. This is a pier. Skimpier is a word that can fit across. This is a car. That's return or enter. Enter works better because carpenter fits across. This is a sub. This is a stem. Actually, these are subs. There's more than one of them. You always have to be careful to make sure you get the right plurals, because this is definitely going to be subsystem. And now we can try to see if we can solve the puzzle. We don't have that many blanks at this point, we just have 3 or 4 blanks. And we have a lot of letters. So what if we just tried reading them straight down? Not... that doesn't look like English. We think we probably have the right extraction, but what's the right ordering? Well, why don't we take a look at all 3 pages next to each other? This may be a little hard to read on the video at this zoomed out length, but if you look at all these 3 pages together, you can start to see a pattern. If you read backwards, it says hump something, something something 1. 1 is definitely a word. You could guess that's Humpty, just filling in this letter here, because we're dealing with walls, and Humpty Dumpty is a famous character who sat on a wall. Here, we have something that ends in D and then goes to A. It's probably going to break here, which would make this word had. So Humpty had, and then we have 2 letters to fill in here, blank or blank, A-T. That could be a different word, but it also could be great. Humpty had a great one, is what it says, reading backwards, bottom to top. Humpty had a great fall, so the answer to this puzzle is fall. I think this puzzle is a great introduction to Puzzle Hunt, because the aha isn't too difficult. Believe me, there are a lot more difficult puzzles. While at the same time, it shows you something different, something that you couldn't get from other puzzles. I like it quite a bit. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, subscribing to the channel, or following me on Twitter, @FLEBpuzzles. Thank you once again, everyone, and as always, happy puzzling!